The shadow at the window. In a small, forgotten town nestled between dense woods and misty marshes, there was a house no one dared approach after sunset. The locals whispered about a family that once lived there, but no one could recall their faces or even their names. What they did know was this. At night, a shadow moved behind the upstairs window, even though the house had been abandoned for decades. Sam, a skeptic from the city, visited the town for a photography project. Hearing about the house, he laughed at the superstitions and decided to investigate. He brought his camera, a flashlight, and a sense of arrogance he wore like armor. The house was exactly as the townsfolk described. Peeling paint, shattered windows, and an air of desolation. Yet standing on the creaking porch, Sam felt a chill crawl up his spine. He dismissed it as the cold and pushed the door open. Inside, the house seemed alive. Shadows flickered even though there was no light source. The air was damp and carried a faint metallic scent. Sam's flashlight illuminated peeling wallpaper and old furniture draped in sheets. As he moved through the rooms, the house groaned, as if it resented his intrusion. Then he found the staircase. Every step creaked, and the sound echoed unnaturally. At the top, the air felt heavier, almost suffocating. The door to the room with the infamous window was slightly ajar. Sam pushed it open. The room was empty except for a rocking chair in the corner, gently swaying. The window overlooked the marshes, now cloaked in a thick fog. Sam took out his camera, aiming it at the chair. When he looked through the lens, his breath caught. A figure was sitting in the chair. It was a woman, or what used to be one. Her skin was waxy and stretched too tight over her bones. Her hollow eyes stared straight at him. He lowered the camera, but the chair was empty. Heart pounding, he looked through the lens again. She was still there, but now she was smiling. A grotesque, knowing grin. Suddenly, the door slammed shut behind him. The flashlight flickered and died, plunging the room into darkness. Then came the whispering. It wasn't in a language Sam recognized, but it was everywhere. Around him, inside him. The air grew colder, and the metallic scent turned to the sharp tang of blood. The last thing Sam saw, illuminated by a flicker of moonlight through the window, was the woman standing inches from his face, her mouth opening impossibly wide. The next morning, the townsfolk found Sam's camera on the porch of the house. The last photo taken was of the upstairs window. Behind the glass, a shadow stood grinning.